My freshman year of college was supposed to be the beginning of everything good. New friends, freedom, a fresh start. Instead, it turned into the most terrifying experience of my life, something that still makes me sleep with a light on. My roommate's name was Zoe. Quiet, polite, a little awkward, but nothing weird enough to make me think twice. At least not at first. The first night, it was around 2 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so I was on my phone, half under the blanket. That's when I heard Zoe get out of bed. I expected her to walk toward the bathroom or grab water, but instead, she just stood there, completely still, facing the wall beside her bed. I watched her for maybe 10 seconds, thinking she dropped something. Then she slowly raised her hand and began scratching the wall with her nails. Not fast, not like an itch. Slow, dragging motions. I whispered her name, no reaction. Her eyes stayed open the whole time, unblinking, vacant. After about a minute, she stopped, turned around, walked back to bed, and laid down, just like that. The next morning, she acted completely normal, as if nothing happened. I told myself it was sleepwalking. Weird, sure, but not dangerous. I would later learn how wrong that assumption was. 3 days later, something even stranger happened. I was half asleep when I heard whispering. It was faint at first, like someone mumbling from across the room. I opened my eyes slightly. Zoe was sitting straight up in her bed, facing me, whispering something I couldn't understand. I thought maybe she was dreaming, so I closed my eyes and pretended to sleep. Then the whisper got clearer, and I understood it. "I know you're awake." I froze. My pulse was hammering in my ears. I didn't move. I just kept my breathing slow and steady so she'd believe I was asleep. Then she said it again, slower this time. "Stop watching me." Every muscle in my body tensed. I turned my head toward the wall, barely moving, terrified she'd see my eyes open. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. When I woke up the next morning, she was gone. Again acting completely normal later, smiling like nothing was wrong. That night I decided to use an old smartphone as a recording device. I placed it on my desk facing my bed. Not hers. The screen was black, no flash, totally silent. I just wanted to know if I was imagining things. The next morning, the phone was moved. Not much, just rotated a little, but I definitely didn't touch it. With shaking hands, I opened the video. Around 3:16 a.m., Zoe quietly sat up. Then she got out of bed and walked directly to me. She sat on the edge of my mattress, staring at my face, motionless. She stayed there for almost 2 full minutes. Then she lifted her hand and hovered her fingers just above my throat. Not touching, just hovering, testing, seeing how close she could get. Then she stood up, walked back to bed, and laid down as if nothing happened. I watched the video again and again, my stomach twisting harder each time. I knew I needed to leave that room immediately. I stayed at a friend's dorm that night, refusing to sleep alone with her again. The next morning, Zoe found me in the hallway as I was coming back. She didn't yell, didn't look angry, but there was something in her eyes, something cold. "Where did you go last night?" she asked. "To my friends," I said. She stared at me, expression blank. "Why didn't you tell me?" she whispered. It wasn't a question. It sounded more like she was disappointed or offended. I told her I wasn't feeling well. She stepped closer, her face inches from mine. "You should sleep in our room tonight," she said. "I don't like it when you leave." I left without answering. My hands were shaking all the way down the hall. The final night I planned to move to a new dorm, but I still had to get my stuff. 2 friends came with me because I refused to go alone. When we opened the door, I noticed something instantly. My bed was stripped. My pillow was missing, and Zoe was sitting on my mattress, her back to us, her shoulders slightly hunched. We stepped in slowly. "Zoe?" one of my friends said softly. She didn't answer. Then she whispered, the same voice I heard that night. "Stop watching me." All three of us froze. She slowly turned her head, not her body, just her head, toward me. "You were recording me," she whispered. "I heard the phone." Then she smiled, a small, crooked smile that didn't reach her eyes. I told my friends to grab what they could: clothes, chargers, notebooks, anything within reach. As we were leaving, she said, "You shouldn't sleep alone tonight." We didn't look back. Aftermath. I reported everything to campus housing. 2 weeks later, I heard she was removed from the dorms.